Yo, Adishimamba, Mama Kwaba. Adishimamba, Mama Wana Kwaba. In the Kasabo Special May Day Edition. Shasha Marley na Midi Brum. Nti, they were mechanical from Shasha Marley, the Twin City Mafia. And you know, I'm in a Midi Special Day, Special May Day Edition of the News Midi Brum in there. Nti, women say, no more in summer. Odia Kotreno. Mozikan Omampeni President Mahama wa catch workers in the door on turn ECG Okombiado. Onyazo about turn ECG. Otodo yezomboko region to region na ya share May Day celebrations no workers na mawazi o season. And now, my fossil P will complain about living conditions. When I sit name, my foot P will complain, papa. About paying Nana Kunedu Ajman Rollins. You know about paying now with Chemuko in your Wafan Franca Tuni or NDP party. And now, I'm paying President Rollins. While caution politicians over tribal comments. Yabako break, yaba medinimun some Brahman, demosity. That one I see. Yo, Akwaba. Mozikan Omampei John Dramani Mahama. Kopemu Upper West region. Na ozatu gode onyaza obotan ECG ema kania no boyed amobia. Nti womayenko yenkoti nchemu na yambra.
Na nsɛntɛm enyamahoɔden ɛwɔ man Ghana mubo ɛkɔsoro ɛnam so ama bebree no adwen ne nkyeremu a ɛba ne sɛ aban abɔpɔ sɛ wɔbɛtɔ enyamahoɔden adwuma no na ne sɛ ayɛ so ɛnam so ama sika a wɔtaade wura sɛ adwuma mu no ne nyinaa atumi asan aka aban foto emu nanso nnwumaku ahodoɔ pii no a na wagidie sɛ kɔba sɛ enyamahoɔden kɔdi ankorankora nsɛm a ɛbɛyɛ sɛ ebenya nkane adeɛ nanso nyade Ghanafoɔ ebetumi atɔ ɛnam so ama adwumayɛfoɔ ɛnadi ase ɛwɔ atifi atɔyɛ mantam no wahenkuro waa emu no ɔmampani John Dramani Mahama ɛde ato Ghana adwumayɛfoɔ nyinaa anim sɛ sansɛm ɛnam abɔnten no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ nokorɛ kwan biara so aban bɛyɛ n'afɔm deɛ biara sɛ bɛboa ama Ghanafoɔ atumi adi yie na enyamahoɔden nso ɛnam mframa mu sɛ aban no bɛtɔn no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛba so ɛnɛ anaasɛ wɔkyena aban no hwɛ sɛ obetumi ɛde enyamahoɔden aboa ama Ghanafoɔ adwuma atumi akɔ so ɛyie.
ECG is and will remain a wholly owned state enterprise. Has no intention of privatizing ECG. Government's agreements under the Millennium Challenge Compact is to leverage private sector participation at the client's level to assist in resolving clients' complaints and revenue collection. There will be no worker retrenchments occurring as a result of this reform.
Ewo enedie ya emu ena opani Kofi Asamoah wono eno da TUC ano wode ato Ghana mampanyimfo anim se wonyere won ho no wommoa efise adwumayfo wo man mu no ebre obi ansem a waka ne se enkoyie botomo ye dry enti abanye hyehyeye ema womanfo entumi enye sika entu wonkotokum na adwuma nso emra wo man mu.
Indeed, workers are suffering from the effects of the various taxes and levies imposed on the country. It is clear from the recent inflation figures that the cost of living is spiraling out of control. The realities in the markets and stores portray harder times for Ghanaians than what the inflation figures show. A good example is the cost of utilities, including electricity and water. Nearly every household or firm is complaining about the cost of electricity in particular. Our incomes have plummeted in real terms, and our standard of living is falling rapidly. Something urgent, Mr. President, something urgent needs to be done to save the situation.
About penny, Nana Kunedu Ajman Rollins, or ye NDP party no ekoshia, wakoshia atwaba af ejim penyimfo a wobe di party nanim. Na omo nyina jatum se oba penny wetwem ko Nana Kunedu Ajman Rollins ono no ondi party nanim as a flag bearer. Na oche se odi campaign sonko kra na deba na se muji no mampani so a odi nsesan baba Ghana asetena mu kra.
National Democratic Party NDP amanyokuo no ekyerese afi abatrebe no enyade a woyi won ho afiri mu eninti wa hyase eburunsuo ebise mpaninsi uburunsuo temu a ene wani eyekokɔ sabre mpanimfo akwa asetena enam so ma abato ne wompagya won samfa hwewiem ne ehwese de esi kɔ no ekɔwieye na kyerese oba panyin na Nakunedu Ajman Rollins ena NDP amanyokuo no agye no atomu se wonni party no anim oba panin kase mu ene wo kyerese wada delegates na se womo agye no atom se wono ene wonni party nanim na de waka ne se wode nsachra stronko eba Ghana campaign ene amanyosem no obeyo mampanin so a obesesa Ghana shebre.
I would like to say a big thank you to all of you, the delegates, our executives from all the regions, our executives at the national, for selecting me for the 2016 election. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Today marks the second National Delegates Conference of the NDP since the party was born in October 2012, the 13th of October 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, listening to Madam Peace, I thought she said all that I want to say. So I really should not say anything, just to say thank you and sit down. But if I don't say anything, it will not be right. So I'll still go ahead and say a few things so that we can add my speech to her speech, and you will know the position of the NDP. We can only redress the imbalance if we identify the weakness and emphasize on structural change. Structural changes which will go a long way to block the loopholes which allow the injustices to be perpetrated in the first place. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, Omanpanyin Rollins. Oh yeah, NDC party no kofabai. Oti na hozen onye namba kete oba panyin na Nakunedu Ajman Rollins nechi. Ewo NDP election na woye na wotu na Nakunedu Ajman Rollins as the flag bearer no. Na sama Omanpanyin Rollins ojo todo ojo to omani yimi there tribal politics. Oye free anti-chema waba ma politicians what the campaign onye na wonje na somdwe Ghana wo men kete asema Omanpanyin Rollins oyitigwa
Ewo NDP dwumadi ase a mpanimfo eje obapanyin Nana Ghana Adwuma Rollins etumu se wono ene onkura franka ema NDP no. Ni kunu ne chocho mucho na hwede abna ne kodonkuya ne bibia. Right Lieutenant Jerry John Bruni kwashi efo Rollins ekota ne yirechi ekokire wodo. Na dwumadi na se ene wo kyese ne nije oman Ghana amanyesem ho. Na mmba ko wo mu a ko besre pa se Ghana fo enyina kwa. Ene se we free ha ene nti truma we enam se wo free me krum. Wo kyese de Bruni friend se tribal politics no emwa identity mo bebra oman Ghana na nhwa Ghana de ba kwa ye wa e kan yembo mu no e betete yentem ame be wi akyi no ha okese ene beba oman Ghana so enam so e ma ne de futui e ma Ghana adehye
oye owura Dr. Baumia Dr. Baumia oye na adodankwa akufado na bezi chirinyi oko Northern Region Etifi Mountain kaya campaign na somebody to go and say echo Flagstaff House kramoni bia ni Flagstaff House only there o campaign Dramani Mahama nizin no ye kramodin banang said o ye Christiani into them is a 1-2 ambanema MPP ono ye kramoni sabio nana danko nana akofado so ye Christiani ama woba wakaye kramofo na Christopher na wakachina Flagstaff na some kan oye Peace Council waba bontene betia de wankasa yi Dr. Baumia kan ye kra dem na Peace Council waka wo me yankoni nkite ni mu asam ne yambra
Nani Dr. Mahmudu Baumia ednani echemu ewo esimentifi edo na wani omanfo ho nkita hodie mu no ene wo bechemu se nima bi ekoso o man Ghana mu a enkoye sansem a woka ye a wotie nsem no ankasa no a akwae se muslimifo ene kristofo ena nhwa saa se mede ntawantawe ba wontemu no enam so ma Christian Council ententem so ede krata aba abonten Professor Emmanuel Asante a wono ene wo chairman ma National Peace Council se Vice Presidential Candidate ma NPP amanyuku no Dr. Mahmudu Baumia wedie wanka ne ye efisa asem o kan ye sawdwani ekyemu ewo man Ghana abankese mu a akoye se nipa wo ho ne nyina no akristofo nko a kakra bi ena ye muslimifo enti se da Ghana nhihye tie se nka bia no chempe eba ye kyene pepepe no akoye se wo man Ghana se do NDC amanyuku aye abankese mu Flagstaff House ne de akristofo nko a enkamofo ho no ketwa bi nti omanfo entro abama no na sasemi ena Christian Council chese entwe yinti Dr. Mahmudu Baumia sempotia wokaye no
Chief, another major issue that I want to bring to the attention of the people and yourself is that if we look at the Flagstaff House today, it does not reflect the people of Ghana in terms of religion. We in this country, we are living peacefully and nicely, Muslims and Christians. So we believe in the MPP that the Muslims and the Christians should work together. And that's why whenever we pick a flag bearer as a Christian, we pick a Muslim as a vice. And when we come and pick a Muslim as a president, we pick a Christian as a vice. So if inshallah Nana Akufo-Addo becomes president, he will swear with the Bible and enter the Flagstaff House, and I will swear with the Al-Quran and enter the Flagstaff House. So when we combine the Quran and the Bible, Ghana will be the major beneficiary. It will be the blessings of God will be on Ghana if we have the two religions in the castle.
Yo, oye owura Dr. Baumia na wo hunda orkasa no nsema odo tu going. Wo me yankoni yankite payin oda Christian Council so Reverend Asante na so nsema odo tu gwa.
Statement purporting to go around in the name of the National Peace Council is not from the National Peace Council, nor is it for me in person. You know, so I do not even know how that statement came out. I cannot speak the position of the council because the council has not met on this particular issue. I mean, this thing was said over the weekend, and people assume that the council is, you know, perpetually sitting. so that as soon as something comes, then this is the position of the council. No, we haven't met on this. If you want to ask me my personal opinion, so I want your listeners to draw a clear distinction between the way I see it and not to take it that this is the official position of the National Peace Council. I highly respect Dr. Bawumia as one of the leading figures in our political landscape. I admire him for his capacity to analyze our economic situations and all that. But this particular statement seems to me that, you know, we live in this country and we know that we have never ever voted on the basis of people's religious affiliation. As a matter of fact, in this country, an atheist can be elected into power as our president or as our vice president, because when we are electing people, part of the qualification is not what religious, you know, affiliation the person has. We do not vote on the basis of religious affiliation. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we know that people who vote, for example, MPP has Christians and non-Christians voting for them all the time. NDC has the same, and I'm sure the other parties might also commandeer some supporters from the various religious groupings in this country. When a statement like that comes from, you know, a person of that repute, it gives room for, you know, the people who are completely, you know, religious or ethnic bigots to begin to, you know, use that statement that can create problems in our country. Extremists can make all sorts of things with a statement of that nature. So I will plead, as far as I'm concerned, I think the statement is very, very unfortunate. It's my personal opinion. And I also want to advise our politicians to try as much as possible not to play too much of the religious and ethnic cards. They don't really help us. Let's talk about it.
Yo, Reverend Asante, Penny of the Peace Council, now, it's in Cassia or Patcher Day. And somehow what Babontia, watch a day, Dr. Baumian Casayeno. On Free Peace Council. And your as a statement, you know, Peace Council for one share, but one can't there, one waka. Though in some now Babontin there, Dr. Baumian one Casay. And so, Nankasana comedy. Oh, the Dr. Baumian one Casay. Name Peace Council one share. On for statement be on from out. Them naughty. And mom says here and why when you me my walk a crap. One mamma caught break and I'm calling Suka Kana Mansanbra. Medasi. Yo, Aquaba. When you there in the special holiday on May Day celebration, Workers' Day now, or say Neda Kusidansi in that holiday. One may call region by region. Most in our workers know what celebrity May Day no. May combra.
My friend, the echo so a woman Tamahodono emu, a woman Ghana. Whatever could be animal, a Cobasa Tema Regional Secretary Emma TEC. Na ayele adefio editor my funya nim say obi anye ne ho no wan mu adwuma emo my Ghana nemom adesede kase pa ena adwuma efo wotema editor electoral commission nim se wonhwe na afia bato no entumi enye krogen abasabasa ye bia ensifise koba ne se basabasa ye bia sia anhwa na o my Ghana ye ntumi eni ne ye o hwa adwuma efo ye na ko gyan bo wontade mu na wani abre ehye se ne manko ye no a no susu se Sabatro home wentwi enso epia ansha na ede hawkese na ebebre wo my Ghana.
We expect the competing parties and their presidential candidates to address important social and economic issues, including the unbearable cost of living, unemployment, poverty, housing, sanitation, and transportation. It is absolutely necessary that in an election year, the Commission avoids unnecessary controversies, and it must be seen to be absolutely impartial. The Commission should work diligently to build confidence in itself. A compromised electoral process is a recipe for electoral disaster. We must avoid this by all means.
Yo, Mizoro call a shaman. Oh yeah, on hina or shaman. Or that to go there. In Canada, a shaman crime rate was so the bias a shaman, arm robbers, a shaman, a confu, a refu, a shaman, say siadze. Eka crime rate, a shaman crime rate now before cra. Arm robber four, to bottom four. The trouble problem be a shaman bill into obo police for a shaman, wa basso pa there. Police for wa shaman, why you juma kasipaze crime rate was that before. We make it say, Nana Sama okay.
Ohine ohwechi wa shaman ni anan ajo abo wa shama posi fo abaso so onatimi ahwema asumdwe aba empatem ho. Ochemu ashama ye biaye bi akane ka otidi ana onim sa akromfo de wono tuofu nkam ho nanso ne esia na posi fo modna wono abonti ama obi nam ho kora no awonsuro sa akromfo betata no ni anande nsam yitudwa ebra no ne na mane bofo atwetwe nkomo akasa kye no afa asumdwe asabre aba empatem ho.
Police for yard papa wa shama sesia una manajo every point you see feasibility, you see police check everywhere. Enukra ma wo san wa dwembo ni bi wo tima obehu. Anopanso sa feasibility obibia nti ama crime rate no apart from. Now we share the ratio of police to our number. The police are less. Nti umayade.
Adom kasiye tweben zenu ashaman bele hene Masaud Moro enene tete nkomo mo no so ka ni onim efa asumdwe aba wo kro ni mu no ho.
Ashaman is a former watchdog. Make us say for the past 6 months, no, Yatachi Roberts near Mutu Okra, the Coma Police Commander. But send us a seer, Omu Boosty, Omu Force, no, Amaya relaxing. Because 11 o'clock, police and Makwai say for motor bike and Fandamu Krumu. Because robbery, no, most of the robbery, it take place, Ewo, Esuroho, Nyamu. SI robbery no so a motor riders for no because obey say wafo be passing as a passenger nipa now obana we ne chino ono na oye the real robber indi nya police for mu ya nanse no ya clap him amu
Oye Roman Catholic asorno was out to go there dressing Mba you wanna aban what dress what you call chapel dem no on ye cra the omokra oban the man with temptation with your bra soften and a bit chapel dem and na preaching a suffer preaching no na dwene you do dress na be sebi was a chapel dem no na dwene wodo oban the temptation p oba chapel dem ho nti Roman Catholic asono wa sor paade wutia dress na man bebre wodo kwa so dem no don yakra na yanya manfo edinkomo pi wo ho da ho so won kire wa adwen wo dress na emba na aba no wodo kwa chapo dem no so ya no don ye or the temptation ba na de on fa temptation ba wo me kete
no mo ya adwen efi se nyankopon no ono kra mpa se boye be ma no ba kwa na tade o share no esi ne na ase wu no ba bia agi na nimu pe etite ye nipa no mo na odi ka hye sa hyede ne se ye hye sa ntade o si ndi so ye di so be boa ye akwa hye ntade ntinti ade to bi o ha na ye kwa ye fere enso akwa se ye su e bi no nti no by force ne ye to ye de ye etisa ade ne de mo de buy fine ye kata ye ti hu nyina akwa ka be boa ye
eja gashi ogo bla ye ko men bi na me fi ehin pla ka me watale ke ko yo twa agbe na me momomi ame momo mi ehi ame shikoto bon no ka me pa gbe wa isaka bo yu lo wa tale ni ke ni ohi aka no yi
me de me ne mo nya adwen because atare hye no na be kire nipa na komam obo o ahya atare kama nso oye nsemmone kwa omukro ma ayo mo pope ne ho afọ no omukro no still omoye bone ntine nya atare na kire nipa ne suban akomam obo ko ahya atare rofo bet still na ade oye kra no obi o ahya atare kama no kwa ntime ntino ede me ne o manya adwen sa
obi o ahya atare enye fe kra efise o sunu se eye short one anti kra na ne hu nyire ego enipa de ka be hye ntra okotoje nyankopon ehu se saade na wo hye no obi anije ne nyankopon ahira wo me da se me meku ya de manije
o ko nyame fie o se o kata ho yi
nti wo ro ma fo ne ade ana se o no mo nya
me ne o mo ya adwen
ni die ntia
nyame som ne o kosum ti o se o crown fine se ne on koto osofo no sinti dua bi ohun ba bi nkogu o why
yo efutu kesnara aba okoma nsankyerefo the nsankyerefo wa ba no I won't concentrate on social issues, the education, health, and now when chira wa ba we are seeing no one politics na dos dodo igbe radio politics every TV politics nsankyerefo efuta wa ba was no when there when politics no fun to check no one concentrate on the social issues we make it say no asam na yambra
Mo adwumade bia man sentrefo mo gina so akere won hiahia so beboa man koda yedie hu nsem etimi akoso na afi yabo nkoda ho ban ewo man mu adwumade no ase no na maame ekua boatema dua a woye advocacy manager edema challenging heights editor dwa say edubre sentrefo nya bre edi kasafa enema betimi abo nkoda yedie ene wona ho bambo ewo man mu sede ebe ya de bi wono so betimi anyini abeye mpanyini pa
boa mo fra ba ko eno mo ye cheche media for na sense media for na afa sanse mi mu a omo betimi aka ma obi e ho fa so se de be ya ye be boa ma nkura mba mbo no ene nkura ye di se de obo for the say the ma omo nya o ma de se tv ya de se mo sike mi asa no mo ka ne ma e be boa e kanko ne mo omo fa to na mo se especially aka se de be ya ban ene omo a mo de bibia
yana mane bofo ni sentrefo bi a oni hia dwumadie no ase ekasa ye ama wono nso kire kwan a obefa so obetumi dia bo ase de be ya nkoda etitia wo mfa ahodie hu nsam so no ana obetumi abrase
kidise ena de so ebe bo abedu abebe sanse se ambe ni ebe twase mi yesanse na obiamia eko kawo se na de kidie de ko se de tibia de sitie e wo fo wan kasa na fa ebe de wase be
it is important that the media gives much prominence to social protection issues. We should not.
Oya DVLA. Wokube wan krabata kro wa asinfosu. Na sense of mandami inde in canon or there finman to my driver fu nyina woko Cape Coast. Oyo gwa woka ye one license na adi. Since ya DVLA fu was the krabata no was a ben driver fu no ama car license yeno onyazen nto so wa ma driver banza fo no pinara we fi kwano do accident pia we so kwando no na do atso kra nti dibielefo we gbe won kra batakor wasen fosu
Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority DVLA ahyase ehwe kwan ye beboa ama adrafo atumi nya nkrata pa aema otumi ye wadwuma na kwanhia ahodo ano atumi abrase enam so ama Senate of Municipal Assembly no empanimfo awe kwan ye obetumi afa so ama sese de obiebie nkrabata DVLA nkrabata ibi ewo mantwe beboa ama adrafo ho atumi ahenha wo mo ententem so Afredamo NMC ni wampatemu ho ene opani Emmanuel Kloga edi nkomo emo chedie ntia sabri webi office foforo ɛwɔ Asen Fosu.
I had a meeting with the stakeholders of Asen Fosu this afternoon just to bring to their notice our readiness to bring the service to their doorstep. Looking at the distance that they travel all the way from Asen Fosu, some have to move to Odam, some have to move to Bekwai, Wasi, or right to the central region for service. That is the Cape Coast office. We wanted to bring the service to their doorstep. That is the motive behind the meeting.
Roadwork car no, except for the focus, we will also make sure that a year. And I want to say license out the driver car so soon say now you could no and then they put them like I say drivers are those drivers are those who be a so any license and I say renew just Cape Coast or down on near them Nina so it will hard drink a crash to a Hanamo then we 200 more baby 7% DB a backroom now a trunk of 4 breasts drivers on the top of breast drivers also any who said me the bus not except for say it be so be 200
ne krakramo na enyumaku ahodo a wotwika ehwe akobadi ho nsem so mpatam ho transport unions no empanimfo ene Adom TV nsentweni edi nkomo hye wani so a woso efa sa adwumadi a akosue eho
adibiale na ye ya 200 mwache last year ya 36 ya nyame ya Adom se ene de nyame amana sa se be boy because ha ka people who so wan ko was Cape Coast order ni kumasi a ntumi nya o ka people ya
bano oye apomuzin kase na wedudu sese aye oye sahat heba na wazin krate was Ibrahim omen konkete wan bra oye oman muha Dr. Foja to go there Ghana fum pensunum kra Ghana fum pensunum sese anso ehwaba ewiene no bo papa pensenya andum nso a obotum de yarba pizza aba na ehwem so a Ghana fu pina na won pensunum ekomakwala emesiafo wo makwala nyina sede nsunu pure water korea 20 Ghana pesos senum supi na sabio ekoso ncha waje 50 pesos nti won no nsu na won bakaw o chede edum nsu ni pia sonchi ebo sonchi pi na eko public baby was sonchi so a waje 50 pesos meanwhile no nsu no pure water korea 20 pesos nti why do no nsu nti on no nsu bia na bakaw on nsu abobakaw nti wo me kwankete ne munsam enfambra
nsen ewiem aye hye wo man Ghana mu amache se nipa pinu a na ete so nanso pin so en wanta nom nso bre ne bra no enam so mafutu akọ e de amagana de hye se wonum nso kọ wedie mu a eboa eyi ade ahodo pinu a efini padua no emu Dr. Ebapoli e de atodwa se obesre pa otanom nso a eboa cancer kra se no etayi ne fa bi efini padua no mu malaria ankasa emamoa no e de ba no wa hoode no enkoso ene yade ahodo pi wode nsemi tudwa abra Adom kase ebo pinchen no bra na wopa Alios Health Foundation wopa ho entoma Director Emma Foundation ni esande Adom kase enimu se ahwekwan obetumi afaso no ayehye saa niema yi na aboa amamanfo bra no etumi de wani akye wakache ekonya yarehwepa na afi nso no yahwe mogya mu kwakra no a abra yenye wo mo kaprekra wo kyese we nyina no ye won fa wo ye ede aboa amagana
enti de beka ne se enkankan wo pia fansuo bikita numsuo bebre numsuo ma se wampo Johnson no se Johnson no enye kokopi na chesa pansuo wo honam nso ye ane atade hyem nso no nkankan tade ye tuntum pa no so be sha fa wiem no nso be ma heat na abroso tese wo tumi sha tade a emu ha ane nye tum bebre na chesa ma hyew no ana heat no enkan okese ane dan mu nso so yakase jampumato aha na obi abewi awo na betumi anka babia wode ese wo babia mpoma se mframa tumi fa ho na hit ne ndoso Cause the tissue sweat no and feel better and here nefe a man another boy area.
Yo yet say Dr. Nasimo okay or say atar tuntum no MMA and shit. And so maybe dear me say a condition we're happy and some of session. So me shall tell tuntum ya met na condition as I shall turn to the name read that ano oma a loose fluid pee. You go do apomzen samado. Oh yeah, doctors awaba why homeopathy. Was sama what train there. A con a who are for do pages a yerba. I draw your fa na binusu ya coupon chanazi. Says no obey introduce the waffle homeopathy no. Homeopathy only there. Obey me honam narama honam immune system no onye yerba no wa fight yerba no sinde yeba for fenduru na ade me benya ho side effect nti on kire bia wo mu da homeopathy no obaba obe take over edronum pii no o maintain mu nsam
ewa yarehwe dwumadie mu no ewo kwan pii a doctor for fa so se nipa yade ebi wo ho ayemiemie nipa nansa na yade no ekọ ena ebi nso wo ho ayema nipa no aduro na aduro a wonom no na ama yaw no eso ate ebi nso ho a yehwe nipadua kwa na ankasa emma wudi niema bi a etumi eboa etu ankasa yade na ase efi nipadua no mu eno famu ena homeopathy ewo na enam so ama mpanimfo a waben ewo homeopathy edwumadie mu e de atodwa se enche wo man Ghana homeopathic clinics no ebedi nkunim ewo ayasabia hodo aka no fise no ene tumi eboa yi pa ni nyina Dr. Said Adu a wono ankasa ben ne ho ewo saa yarehwe emu abra na wakoka ne nua ho ewo tema na Genesis homeopathic clinic ewo tema wopa ho entoma wo kyese be mfie aduonu a ewo yanimi no enche bo se Ghana fo eni beje homeopathy ho achen ayaresa dwumadi ahodo aka nyina ne nyina mu Dr. Penia wada Genesis homeopathic clinic ano Dr. Edubu ahen a wono anso na san CEO Emma Genesis clinic edi tudwa se kwan bia so ogidie ye pa se Ghana fo beje homeopathy atum na kwani asa nyina so no obesre sa ban entwenini na wonhwe wo nso emwa ahodo bia ebetumi abo anemum omanfo nhwe ne ye na wamfo sika anko mia ahodo a yemma won krata se o practice homeopathy no ebi ente sa anhwa na oyare no na opese eyekese
ye de beje akra nkwa na ye de apromote nyame adwuma nti na ye din de Genesis no o register na oye test wi a se wo ni sika mpo a ye de adro be ma se kosohwe ujitum sa abo wa bra na betu aka aha ye mfa orthodox nya adwuma enso ye sa stroke ye ma wo ye ma ye sa diabetes ye the difference no say ye sa yare etu ase na wonko ba bi papa emfa generalize say ye nyina ye nye bra na tuanamo na be so Genesis hwe na be hu sonso ne ye dam
yo oye edwedie kasa na edu de sesiara na Rwanda F oye Rwanda for one airline Rwanda Air na waji edwedie kasa no wode mahen na mo mo kono musu kakra na mambra kowu adoso wase nsu o nyinaare nsu wonya namanwe nsu na we ntam manam wo nsu num nyina asa nti o de sabi wode nsagu from pour libation na nsu no onya kwana den ombra back na wonya namanwe o menkete na masa
afarifo a woyi nam ewo kwa South Mansin a ewo epoye mantam no emu ade atodwa se bia ekone de ayire pa eduru bia bia senka obenya amane opoku ene red fish bi nanka wetumi de ato banku so amanfo a enjoy no wakɔhwɛ fish bia fish no so mokɔhio ayeden pa na no na afarifo yi ebi ehye se wonim de ntia aba na sanemum ogide ye pa se afram ensuo no esan eba soro bio na afi na nanom egu nsa na ema eye bosom a wohwe nsuo no so no na kuma to ne yem enam se de nipa bi eye nsuo no basa no a ebema enwene no a wadwa lai na wo mu adwane akɔ hibernation no wo mu asen aba momanfo atumi anya wo mu ache wo mu awe wo mu afili pa yensentwe na na sefa hwene bobo ene afarefo bi di nkomo a wɔde saa asɛm atu dwa
sisi deɛ na mu ni hɔ na mu ani hɔ ni sɛ adwuma no a yɛyɛ sisi a no ebinom sɛ nsuo na yɛyɛ mu adwuma no yɛbu so nti ɛwɔ sɛ yɛnyɛ n'asɛdeɛ ɛma no asɔrefoɔ bebree wɔn nti aseɛ sɛ wɔn ma yɛnyɛ asɛdeɛ no ma nsuo no nti ama ɛnɛ yɛn ho akyere yɛn a ɛnyɛ fidie a anaasɛ dɔ anaasɛ daawa a yɛde bɛyi nam na kyerɛ sɛ ebi ni hɔ ebi wɔ hɔ paa na yɛde kɔ nsuo no mu a yɛnya nam titiriw deɛ ebinom sɛ bi a ɛfuo no a wɔn dɔ wɔ nsuo n'ano no ɛduro na wɔn yusu no ɛno na aba ne saa nanso na nyɛ ɔno a yɛnya bi ntɔn koraa.
sulawe nti mframa nso bɔ kwan yɛnya bi sɛ nsuo no bɔ mu na yɛnya bi nsuo no bɔ mu deɛ hwie ne dɔɔso paa ba deɛ ɛtumi nya yɛ ne sitram deɛ sɛ aba fam koraa ba fam ha adwuma no bebree koraa pɛ sɛ gyae ma adwuma te yɛyɛ makɔ sukuu deɛ nyɛ obi kan ɛyɛ ne kakrakra
ɛna wo deɛ bi wɔ hɔ paa wokɔ nsuo so a wonya nam sɛnea biribi a wonya no okay first no na nipa ndɔɔso nti sisi a adwuma no dɔɔso tɛmo a yɛwɔ akate esogya amedwope ɛhɔ no yɛsi ɔba ɔyɛ bra nkɔ nsua no bɛte sisi a yɛkɔ ɔno nso ɛyɛ kyerɛwadeɛ no bi afei so yɛsi yɛfa ade tuntum te sɛ daansen yɛfa nkɔ nsuo mu akɔhuru sisi a ebi mu ɛyɛ nti nneɛma bebree na ɛma ɛnam no atetɛ bɛte ɛnam no deɛ sɛ obi ka sɛ ɛnam asan wɔ nsuo ɛnam nsan ɛnam wɔ hɔ paa
first no deɛ yɛnyɛ nam paa nanso sɛ deɛ yɛho sɛ asuo no twe too much no ma asuo no yɛ ketewa nti ɛnam nnim te sɛ first no
ɛno akyi yɛataa a ɔno nso wɔyɛ fishmonger ɛho anwene bi ɛwɔ hɔ ɛkyerɛ sɛ edubia bi ɛnam no a wɔn mo enya bi na wɔn mo ntumi ɛnho ɛntɔn mamamfo ntina yɛ anam wɔ adwuma aba fam kakra yɛntie ne nsɛm no bi
na bɛn no last time wɔn nya bi hokɔ kwan so
ihu na mo kwa si 5 years kuraba ai na mo ni hɔ menya bi kura na maho ɔmo kwa ɔmo nya bi yɛbɛ didi bi at sadi ntina pa ansa so da bi a yɛkɔ nso ɔmo kwa petrol kan kwa na mo ni hɔ afei so school for so gu hɔ bɛyɛ dɛn na wadidi ɛno ase yɛti hɔ wanya fom bi akɔdeɛ ne kyɛ sɛ woti hɔ ɔno nso nsu antɔ
yo yɛda Rowan Air Force da wɔdze business news no edwodie kasebɔ no ɛbrɛ yɛn ma wadudu sɛ sia yɛ agrokansi ɔyɛ sports ɔyɛ Accra House of Folk ɛna Kumase Asante Kotoko hyia wo hyia wɔ Accra Sports Stadium in there no yakɔ abere yɛdze no mu nsaba ma wɔn yɛdase akwabora Frank
Joso
benya ho bi o ha paper man
that's right
ora Frank
ejam
akwaba no na ozi sports news la go can see some babra oye Kumasi Asante Kotoko na Accra House of Folk share wo Accra Sports Stadium and then to the goal na Kotoko oji share hearts no ma what's oye malam goal obi so ye drew na the goal ne be ma supporters ni bi kwa hwehwe hearts goalkeeper no wa bring na obende na goal ne be
what made I say I think say Kotoko has Asia before the game and since bebre na na heading epiemu
right
and na dia no so na enye sonko and bo hwe ekwan ya Kotoko fo no omofa so mo de ba group man so a na dodo na kwa ehu ekwan ya Kotoko fo no de ba ye has fo no de omo ba no
wo fi sur be na wo fi form na wo be
omo fi the same position has for fi ba but un say normally no omo ba has for no omo ba no un say omo ba se no nto bia un say yes has team ni
right
ba Kotoko de no yehu ya ni say Kotoko team no ebevre mu wo park no so
no chere wa you wa nam famem na we bu pay park ndo
I mean it was surprising say Kotoko for ebepie mu e ho sa but I think say two teams no edi agro but sana go na buy no na back pass from the player back Salama the player the defender Richard Akrofi na goalkeeper Sulaiman Abdullahi or say nka clear ball no but even say ball no trust no straight to the net but adia ba kwa ma supporters no omo edi no ya na say at the time otetoye no a ball na ekọ no we make any effort bia say or sorry edi ball na chi na bia akwache ball no but na obutufo mu a say ohuni onye no ho ana ball no ekoto atene no mo ntina supporters no mo ntiase dodo na susu say sebi akwaje bribe from Kumasi Asa no say ofi kotoko ana oba has na oba has no so no the last time I had no kotoko shia no na because of cast into no with me nsisa can share be the first time osi akan arobe piem wo has akachi from Kumasi Asa ntugoro na supporters no mo ntiase say sa ball no ehye no be na mo so akwaje bribe but adia ba ko ne say supporters no so hu say no o hwa kwan ya ball no eto atene no mu a na akwaya ti say malam go ene pie mu e wo
yo ya da CP the one hwa oya malam goal anado oya bribe goal
enye malam go enye bribe go
okay me that
and one of those things in football
me that CP that's okay into women hwa match no mo cross wo park ho.
And again, you expect that at least Chifo Frimpong would have a card again. Is it? There's a red card. Just 30 minutes, and he gets a red card.
Overly aggressive. You know, I told you he was likely to be on the edge. And just after half an hour, he's let his teammates down big time. This was the first one, an untimed tackle, a late one on Isaac Mensah. No, we saw it coming.
Now there's a one-on-one here. And Kofi gets the ball to goalkeeper Sulama. And Sulama, and on goal! Oh, this is unpardonable. He knows it.
Yo, baby, you do say no ye. Enije kase emre enije kase oya your friend entertainment news o ma yenhwe nwuntoni Shasha Marley the new video okọ Brazil okotwae okọ Brazil okotwae Queen of Queens o ma yenhwe bi o Brazil okotwae no work CCI ekọ YouTuber odaho aha ene di kase mbo no ezibo wi me de wana ase on che bia o basene hu bio o from Shasha Marley. Well, English.